Manvs50 with author Richard Maloof. Real advice and real stories on topics, regardless of age, and important to the modern man. Now, here's Richard.
All right.
Hey.
We are back again.
Yeah.
So we talked about that we would sprinkle in some fun stuff with some of the deep stuff you and I talk about. So in the last show, we talked about cars and the passion and how I pivoted on some of the stuff I was doing into this. And you and I always talk about different things, and it's fun. And so we decided to do our top 5 movie cars and our top 5 TV cars. So again, a little bit more lighthearted from our usual topics and things like that. But part of being 50 is you and I have this love and passion for cars. Yeah. And it's very important to us and truly one of our bonds. And so we've talked about this, and this has been something we've been wanting to do. So we decided to do it. And again, we want to mix in some fun stuff too, because it's not always serious. You know, being a certain age, as you get older, then working hard, you are able to have some fun toys, and it's okay. And, you know, I know, we go to church a lot, and it's like, it's not about the material things and stuff like that. And it's not.
It's not, no.
And those aren't our false idols or whatever. But
exactly.
But I wonder what kind of car God has.
Yeah.
That'd be a good topic for one day. But
yeah,
I think if God gave us the ability to make and create a car, then we should enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
All right, let's go with that. I like it.
So we decided to do this, and I wonder how many we have the same as opposed to different. So we're going to do this from descending order, right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Number 1 being obviously your most favorite car of the bunch. And we'll talk a little bit about each one and why, and kind of go from there, right?
And if we're not the same, then you're wrong.
Right, of course.
All right. Am I guessing?
No.
Okay.
I know there's going to be a lot that my gut, you're more muscly cars, like you're a muscle car guy, but we'll see.
No,
Don't give too much away.
No, I'm not, but I will say 2 of the ones I'm thinking of. No,
totally not.
No.
Okay, so of course I'm the host, so you have to go first. Right?
Okay, all right.
So we'll start with the top 5 movie cars.
Okay.
And we'll do number 5.
Okay.
And
just because of its importance as a main character in the movie. Now, I've actually never seen the movie Christine, but the car that was in that movie was the killer.
Yeah.
It was the main character. I just thought, for me as a kid or young,
you're right,
that was not the first time I'd seen one, but if I'm ranking them, 1 to 5,
right,
that's a memorable one for me, even though I've never even seen the movie, right? So I don't know. So okay, I'm there.
Okay.
I get that's my number 5. Okay, go ahead. What's yours?
So this is the only one that's like this.
Okay,
my choice. It's more of a blanket one.
Lame.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Because it'll make sense. But so my 5 movie are any Aston Martin that James Bond had.
Well, okay.
So
I've got that further down the list.
Okay, so a James Bond Aston Martin.
Aston Martin. Okay, that fine. I see.
So that's my only one that is more general, but there's so many of them. There's just that car in James Bond is just...
Man, the one James Bond car where he was at a beach resort. That was my favorite one. I can't remember.
Well, sometimes he was like in a Vanquish, and then sometimes like a DBS.
It was a DB, whatever, one of them that he was in.
So,
but he won it or something like that in a card game. or something. I don't remember.
I remember.
Maybe not.
I think I remember you
That's
talking
a
about.
good. I like that one.
So yes,
Anyway.
but any Aston Martin.
Yeah. Okay.
James
Fair.
Bond, for sure.
Fair.
I mean, I know it's general, and my other one is more specific, but yeah. So all right. So now we're at
okay.
number 4
Okay.
on the top 5 movie cars.
Okay. And these are all coming. I don't have a list, right? So
Yeah. I'm old. I wrote mine down.
I should have, but I didn't. I'm more TV, but some of mine can cross over. Can we cross over? No. It's got to be just movies.
Yes.
How about the Steve McQueen, Gone in 60 Seconds?
Eleanor.
Well,
Kind
it
of.
wasn't Eleanor. No, don't give away
Okay.
later a car. But again, kind of a main character.
What car do you know?
It was a Mach 1,
Okay.
I think. Or no, I just blew my credibility.
Yeah.
It was a 68 Mustang. It was green, and it was just recent. Well, I say recently, probably 2 or 3 years ago, sold at Mecum Auctions. The guy that bought it, like from the studio or whatever, just had it in the garage, and the family decided to sell it, and it sold for I don't remember how much. It was a fortune.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway.
I knew you'd pick that one. One of them. I knew that'd be on your list.
Yeah, of course.
I knew it'd be on
of
your
course.
list.
Well, it's on there twice, but anyway.
Number 4
Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
The 1979 Porsche 928 from Risky Business.
Okay.
So, yes. Like, I
That's
had
fair.
never seen a 928.
No.
I'm like,
And we all wanted it.
that's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing. So, yes, that's my number 4. So, mine are more
Okay.
specific now. I know my first one was a little bit more general, but
Yeah.
now they're more specific. So, number 4, 1979 Porsche 928 from Risky Business.
Okay.
All right. Top 5 movie cars. Chris, number 3.
Herbie.
Herbie.
Yes, from the Herbie movies. I know. I've just killed you.
You're-
You said I was all muscle car.
Yeah.
That was great.
Okay. Wasn't it a Volkswagen Bug?
Yes. It's a great car.
Okay.
The car could do way more than other cars could do, and it could pop a wheelie and
Okay. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
ejecto-cito.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Top 5 movie cars. For me, number 3, ironically, we had talked about this and why we were talking about it. I have no idea, but we were talking about it a month ago.
Okay.
The 1992 Vector W8 from Rising Sun.
I didn't even know it was in a movie.
Yeah, Rising
I love the
Sun.
Vector.
Yes.
Okay.
So that Vector, you remember the first time you saw it was
Oh, yeah.
like, what is that?
What is that?
Is that
Yeah.
even a real car? No, it actually was.
It was.
I think they're kind of
They're-
pieces of crap, but
Yeah.
they look amazing.
Yeah.
So, number 3, Vector W8, 1992 Vector W8 from Rising Sun is my number 3.
I got to think on number 2.
All right, Chris, top 5 movie cars. Number 2.
Golly.
I mean, how can you follow up Herbie?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Come on. Why don't you tell me your number 2?
That's not how this works.
Okay. Can we repeat, because the Porsche
That's fine.
okay.
So that's when I knew we'd have some crossover.
Yeah, because that was one where it was a totally unattainable car, but yet here's this teenager, driving a Porsche. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, top 5 movie cars. Number 2
Two
for me.
you. Yep.
1980 944 Porsche from 16 Candles. The car Jake pulled up in.
Come on, it didn't even drive it. It was just sitting there.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Yeah. Amazing scene. The scene's amazing.
Yeah.
But for him, high school, to have a 944 Porsche out there,
Yeah.
that's a memorable scene. Everyone knows Jake in the Porsche,
That's
waiting
fair.
for her to come out.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, top 5 movie cars. Chris, number 1,
Eleanor, Gone in
Eleanor,
60
yeah,
Seconds.
yeah.
Nicolas Cage,
which is
67 GT500. Yeah.
yeah, which is an amazing car.
Yes, it is.
And it is amazing. Like, nobody even knew what that car was,
Right.
or that they were calling it a name. And now, since that movie, you see that car auctions. Like, people have replicated it. Amazing.
Well, and Shelby, you can send Shelby a 67 Mustang, and they will create a VIN number and everything for you
Really?
as an Illinois. Yeah.
I had no idea.
It is expensive.
Oh,
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that car is expensive
Yep. But
just at auctions and things.
I remember going to that movie when it came out. We bought tickets. This is before you picked your seat. This is back in the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just went to the theater
Yeah.
and found a seat. We got there early so that I could sit a certain row up and right in the middle so that I could have the perfect surround sound of hearing
That sound.
this 67 Mustang go.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my number one.
All right.
And you're
The 1989 Lotus Esprit from Pretty Woman.
totally fair.
Yes.
Totally fair.
That
Okay.
car, when Richard Gere pulls up,
Yeah.
and that is
Yeah.
amazing.
Lights would be good here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, yes, that's my number one.
I have an alternate.
No.
Oh.
Herbie, after Herbie, I've discredited
Come
your
on,
whole
man.
list.
Herbie. I'd like to hear the feedback from the viewers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to confirm
No.
that as a child that Herbie was one of their favorites.
I would think that you alienated a lot of our listeners with that reference.
You are jealous that you
All
didn't
right.
think about it.
Now I think we'll have crossover with
like
this
crazy.
one.
Yes.
Top 5 TV cars.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Number 5 is Wonder Bug. There you go. I know. But again, mid 70s. There was. Do you remember the Wonder Bug? It was a kind of a beach movie, or excuse me, a beach TV show that man, it was an open air car. It was a front and back seat but the back seat was up a little bit higher and just kind of a fiberglass kit car basically.
I have no idea what
So-
you're talking about. You're going to have to send me a photo on that one.
It's good.
Where... What is going on with this list? All right.
You asked top 5, so there you go.
1964 Porsche 356 convertible from 90210. Dylan McKay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say James Dean. Okay.
Dylan McKay.
He's never in them.
That car,
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
That show, 90210, when he pulled up in that car?
That's right.
That's an awesome... I feel my list is way better than yours.
Wow. To be determined.
Okay.
Anyway,
I could probably name the 2 of the rest of your list. Okay. Top 5 TV cars. Chris, number 4.
Starsky and Hutch.
That was a good choice.
Yep.
Finally, a good choice.
Thank you.
I went back and forth with that one.
Yep.
I thought that would be... it almost made my list.
I think our number 1s is going to be the same.
I think it almost made my list.
Okay.
Okay. For me, top 5 TV cars. Number 4, the 1969 Charger from Dukes of Hazzard. The General Lee.
That's my number 3.
Yeah, General Lee. So
Yes,
that...
Totally.
Yes.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah, so
And-
that for sure. So that is top 5 TV cars. That was your number 3.
Yeah, that's
the
my
General
number 3.
Lee.
Yep.
Okay.
You're
yeah,
4,
that,
my 3.
That is, crazy.
So you're 3.
Oh, number 4. I'm sorry. That was my number 4. Your number...
That's going to be my number 3.
Perfect.
So as we go, so what's your 3?
So my 3, which is... I mean, you can't get past this. The 1982 Trans Am.
Yeah. Keep going.
Night Rider.
Yeah.
So Night Rider is... Yeah. So that... Is that on your list?
So I struggled between it and another one, which
Okay.
is my number 2.
Okay. So 1982 Trans Am Night Rider. And that's my number 3.
Okay.
Your number 2 for top 5 TV cars.
I don't remember the year, but it was the A-Team van.
Very good. I almost added that to my list.
Yeah.
So that almost made my list.
Yep.
So yes,
So
that's a great...
I was a Knight Rider fan, but I was more of a A-Team fan.
Yeah.
Then-
It actually has a name because I looked it up.
yeah.
It has a name
Does it? Okay.
for like what kind it is, but
Yeah.
all right. That was your number 2.
Yeah.
So my number 2, and I have a little tidbit, if you will.
Okay.
So my number 2 is the 308 GTS Ferrari from Magnum PI.
Oh, you got me on that one. I
Okay.
forgot about that one.
So
Yeah, that's a good one.
So a fun fact, because I didn't know this, in season 1, he drove a 1979 308 GTS.
Okay.
season 2, he drove a 1981 308 GTSI. And in season 3, he drove a 1984 308 GTSI Quattro Valve. So we all thought it was the same car.
Yeah.
It actually changed
3 times.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Did not know that either. Fun fact. That was pretty cool. All right. Top 5 TV cars. Number 1, Chris.
Would you just like to say our number 1 car is Miami Vice?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Ferrari.
1986 white Testarossa from Miami Vice. There is nothing better than that car.
Period.
It was a struggle because he had the Daytona, which is unbelievable. But when he got that Testarossa, I mean, come on.
Yep.
What are we doing? You know, I mean, that show, if you really if you've ever really watched that show, the cars they had in that show, I remember that one show in particular where they had a chase scene with the Testarossa and a Countach, and a white Countach and a white Testarossa racing, trying to catch each other. Like he was chasing him.
The epitome of the 80s.
In Miami, like, how cool was that show, right? I mean, they open up with that big cigar boat.
Yes.
Cruising, that sound, that noise. I mean, the cars, in addition to the cars, and we could probably spend a whole show on Miami Vice because it's like literally top 2 favorite TV shows of all time. Probably number 1. But if you like ever go back through, I'm sure you've seen it, we've talked about it, and seen all the actors that were in Miami Vice, and who went on to become extremely famous. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, that's like crazy. So I thought that is cool about it. The clothes were ahead of its time. Like everything was done so far ahead of time. Michael Mann, right? I mean, this guy was, the way he filmed, the way he did everything, you know, like, was anybody doing that scene with In the Air Tonight when they're Sonny and Tubbs are driving down and they're, you know, that just getting that ready. Whole scene. I mean, you want to, like, after you hear it, it gives me goosebumps, A, and then B, I want to like go like run and drive fast and, and shoot somebody, you know, like stop. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Stop crime.
Yeah. Stop crime. Stop crime. Stop crime.
Right.
But it's amazing. Like that whole scene's amazing. So the cars, the clothes, but that white Testarossa by far, the best TV car show. And there's honorable mentions, like, you know, I thought the Batmobile was cool.
Absolutely.
You know, the A-Team van for me was cool. I mean, there's been plenty of other cars that have been in TV shows, you know, like movies. The DeLorean from Back to the Future is cool.
I didn't even think about that one.
A lot of cool cars, but my memory, these like go back. Like the first time I saw Dylan pull up in that Speedster, I'm like, what is that? I mean, at the time, small town Peoria, I didn't know what these cars really were. And you're watching, besides my neighbor having a 944, I didn't know what that was, but it was like, wow, these are really cool.
I remember the Munsters had that huge,
that was on.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and I bet if we racked our brain, we could probably think of a bunch of
I bet we
other.
could come up with 50 cars that go.
Yeah.
That's too long of a podcast, though.
Yeah. The Jaguar and Equalizer, that was a sweet car.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was like an XJ, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was amazing. So, anyway. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in your list. It was brutal. I mean, Herbie and some Wonderbug.
Look it up.
I don't. Does the internet go back that far? Because I got to be honest. I don't even like. If you can find a picture of that, we'll show the audience.
I'll show it.
Okay, so take your list and send me like the list so I can find these random cars online if they exist, and I'll put them on. So when people hear Wonderbug or whatever that is, they'll know what that is. I
need one person out there to go, I remember Wonderbug.
No, there's nobody. I'm sorry, but yeah, just send me that list, please, so I can go on this deep dive search on the internet and see if anybody randomly knows what Wonderbug is.
10-4.
So
I'll send it to you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Okay, same.
All right.
It was fun.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for watching Man vs. 50 with author Richard Maloof. Don't forget to subscribe